Got a point?
Living around white people is not a human right. You don't get to live with us all the time. This is our country that we built. White immigrants built this country.
No, it's the truth. This country was founded by white Protestant
And yes,
men.
I understand that black people have been a part of this country since the beginning because of slavery. And the logical consequence of slavery is that, you have these people displaced in this country. And at the time, maybe the better choice should have been to just send them back to Africa. Clearly, they can't integrate in a proper society and live with us without just murdering each other in the streets. It's baked in now. What can we do about it? Or Jason Woodlock says, oh, well, if they're just Christian, man, then things would be different. But then you look at countries like the Democratic Republic of Congo. That country's 95% Catholic, roughly. They have one of the highest murder rates in the world. And, their country's it's a failed state. And it just really makes you think, it's not a culture issue, it's not socioeconomics, it's not religion, then, what is it?
If you enjoyed that.
Okay, first of all, stop comparing me to literally every black person on planet Earth. I was born, raised, and literally never left America. Stop comparing me to the fucking Congo. I don't know them. I don't know Africa. I don't know none of that shit. Stop comparing me to that. Secondly, this thing about where he says our country we built, right? Immigrants built it. Well, okay. So apparently I think he's addressing or admitting the whole colonizer thing. Listen, if you're one of these people or one of these white people who feels like him, my answer to you, and I'll throw you an alley-oop. Okay, that one was an accident. But I'll throw you an alley-oop and do a black rapper reference, fit the stereotype. If you can make a hole, well, make another hole. Meaning that's a Jay-Z lyric, meaning if what you made, because I'm great and you made me, okay, make something else great then. If it in your history, like you pointed out ours, or you pointed out our present, your history is you go places, you take them over, you build what you want to build. You shoot people in the back, shoot people in the face, and then you just take over. Okay, go do it again. Why do you want to live with us so bad? Why can't you just go to Ukraine and just take that shit? Why can't you go to why can't you go to China and take that shit? Why do you gotta stay here with us? I mean, if you're so bothered by us, then leave. This is the problem with people like this. This idea that white people are just the default standard because it's America. There's white people in other countries too. Go there. Go join them. If blacks are so bad, just go there. You don't have to be here with us. Because like he said, well, it's just a consequence that they're here. Yeah, we're here now. So what is this, like a literal physical race war now? Like what free slaves in the first place? Which I find quite interesting that because our violence seems to be very, sporadic and consistent, your violence being, hey, we want that, fuck it, let's go take it. Or, hey, we disagree with each other. Because remember, the North and the South, that wasn't black people. It was white people. So it seems that you have no problem with violence just on your terms. So go do it. Go take some shit over and just be there. You don't have to be here with us. You don't. You can just go. Did he lie? That's not what the conversation's about. If he's lying or not. It's about solutions, really, isn't he? Isn't that what he's talking about? Solutions? How do we fix this problem? The easiest problem is literally to move. You, yourself. Y'all got all the planes. Am I wrong? You got all the planes. You got all the boats. You can just leave. You can strike up a deal with the Iranian people who got all that gas and just set sail. Go take some other shit over. Having the hard conversations, I'm not sure how that's a hard conversation if you get to just say, it's not us, it's them. I'm not sure we're so hard about that conversation. You guys got videos on the internet too, apparently just not we don't get to say usual suspects, right? We don't get to bring up child molestation, all that shit. Nope, we get to just bring up black people and violence. Dude was cooking. We don't have to live like this. You don't. You don't have to live like this. He's not wrong. People apparently don't understand what the subject was about. They just heard black people bad. He has a real point. One to almost suicide to discuss, thereby proving it's true and worth discussion. If what this person is referencing is because it's suicidal, mean he can get killed or some shit, nobody touched this guy. Not even a hair on him. And again, murdering people isn't a black people thing. Murdering people against the way y'all consider a crime is a black people thing, I guess. But again, when you deem fit, you don't have a problem with violence at all. What do you think? Do you think black people are just going to walk onto the boat and leave? Walk onto the plane and leave? No, you'd have to kill them. You'd have to kill black Americans to get them to leave. Remember, we don't know the fucking Congo. We're not from there. So we're not going, and let's just address this thing about sending them back. You do realize we were over here for 400 and something years. What black person free from slavery liked the idea of being shipped to a place he's never been, coming off of a boat that is infamous for taking the people from that place, and then just being dropped over there and telling those people, oh, we're not up to nothing. It's just they didn't want us. How the fuck was that going to work? White people need to start having more kids. This is how we take our country back. Okay. The politicians, what are they doing? Aren't they making a whole lot of this and that type of deals that goes against this very idea of simply having more kids and you take the country back? Don't white women largely advocate for things and get them put in place by white men that goes against having more kids? Is that not dysfunctional within itself? That you can't even get that on track? Literally just fucking and birthing kids? But no, our dysfunction, because our gang members kill each other. How the fuck are our gang members the face of us? Never mind those of us who just go to work and bring our ass home and drive Tacomas. Nope. Just the ones who commit crime. I guess this is a black guy. Yeah. Why does he assume that we want to live around white people? I mean, I guess to address the question, people keep referring to the whole desegregation movement and everything. I really wish people would stop referring to this shit, because besides books and movies, none of you really know what we're talking about. And I'm not going to pretend I know. I don't. You don't, I don't. None of us do. We don't know the reason that push was there. We don't know who pushed it. We don't know none of this shit. I'm seeing black people turn on Martin Luther King because apparently they found some shit out that he did that was like wrong or whatever the fuck. None of you people know shit. This black fatigue shit, this what he's talking about, is just a lot of you on that side trying to feel superior to somebody. Like, I literally seen some white guy say, why are black people so obsessed with us? In a comment section, you click on his profile, he's some fat guy, some regular average ass fat dude on the internet. Who the fuck is obsessed with him? So it's plenty of you who are using this situation just to feel superior. Yes, we're not like them. We're civilized. Meanwhile, let's look for reasons to go kill people. I've been holding on to my rifle, trying to stop it. Then why invade other countries as much as you do? Why take advantage of them as much as you see fit for your own benefit? You destroy the societies that you go to and wonder why they are off why they are off when they are at your back door. I think that person fucked that. I think the person fucked that up badly. But I think what they're trying to say essentially is what I said at the beginning, which is if you are somebody like this guy, and you feel the need to say that these Mexicans, these blacks, they're ruining our country, and it's like, homie, you don't give a fuck about ruining somebody's country, my guy. Y'all brag about the Matt Walsh of the world. Well, we went to war and we took it. I mean, somebody else is feeling good about it, bro. Why the fuck did you do that? Where the fuck were you before you took the country? Where were you? Why didn't you stay your ass there? Oh, you had a discrepancy about 3% taxes and tea? So y'all fought your way out of it? Who? Was it black people that charged you 3% tax and tea? Or was it other white people? Clearly, you don't have a problem with war. Yours is just in a very specific, I guess you call it macro violence, macro, whatever. I guess that's what we call it. And black people find it more in micro instances, I guess. It's really, this is proof that it's a stupid argument or stupid stance to take. Because those gang members, though territorial about the dumbest shit, say, they got some shit I want. I'm going to go take it. Sounds familiar? All right then. I hate this argument because there's no way to prove it. But here it is. I guess people forget that drugs that was pumped in the black community, not defending the issue. Now, there's things that happened in the past that led up to this. Doesn't the CIA own music and movies that influence eras throughout the generations, huh? I guess that doesn't take effect. Fluoride in the water, chemtrails. What about the Jews using black people to sell drugs? But overall, some have brains that work and some have that, and some that doesn't, and some who doesn't care. All right, that ending was brutal because it doesn't sound like you really addressed anything. I know you meant something there, but man, it was a bit flat. It was a bit flat. But yeah, I don't like using the whole CIA drop drugs in the black neighborhoods because how do you prove that without saying here are the emails, here are the files that proves they did it? So I don't use it because I don't know. I can't prove it. You see, this is what TV does to you. Left or right, it's all the same bullshit. We need more law and order. I'm going to read this last one because it's like 1,000 of them. I'm not doing this. So he's wrong. White immigrants did nothing but put America into debt and steal land. It was black, native, Mexican, and Asians that built America. And now everyone has to pay for their mistakes. Our trillions of dollars of debts are from the decisions of white leadership. The millions of unnecessary deaths are from the decision of white leaders. Of anything, have the white immigrants go back to wherever their ancestors came from. The land is stolen from. My God, dude, you use punctuations, but damn, shit. Nothing but introduce slavery, drugs, diseases that kill, debt controlling America. Okay, again, it's the same argument that I just said. I really don't know because I cannot. I would. That shit was before they said the 80s. I was born 91, so I have no clue how to back up. Hey, your government Like even the studies that white people can agree to is like, how do I branch that into proving the other shit? Like the whole giving black people syphilis behind their back. Like that does say that there at least at one point was a government in America that purposely fucked with black people. But how do we stretch it and take it as far as to say they actually aid in some of the dysfunction? I don't have proof of none of the shit, but I would lean on something like the whole what actually did that, the syphilis thing, because even like I said, even a lot of white people say they understand that or believe that actually happened, although I've never looked it up. But the rest of the shit, I don't know how to prove that actually happened or was the case. So I'm gonna sign off with that, but I repeat, stop comparing me to black people in other countries. I don't fucking know them. I don't. We don't necessarily grow in the same shit. I don't even know their politics in Africa or any country in Africa. I don't. Stop it. Like, how many white people agree with Putin? Like, stop it, dude. This is stupid. Hell, white Canadians and white Americans can't even agree on the same shit. Stop it. Fucking stop, dude. That dude, what's his name? Trudeau in Canada? He tried to murder his own citizens with fucking horses. But violence is the black people thing? Stop. I don't want to hear this shit. Stop. If you're like the guy, if you're him, you're just trying to use the fucked up situation America is going through right now to feel superior to somebody when you're not. Be right, not positive.